I realized my teacher was actually chill on a random Tuesday morning, and at first I thought my life was over. So our regular math teacher was out for personal reasons, which everyone knew meant gone indefinitely. And instead, we got this substitute for the next few weeks. This man walks in, and I swear the temperature in the room dropped 5 degrees. He was tall. Like doorframe tall. Gray hoodie, combat boots, arms crossed like he was guarding a nuclear launch code. Didn't smile, didn't say hi. Just stood there, staring at us. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. You know that silence where you can hear the lights buzzing? Yeah, that's silence. Then he slowly writes on the board. Test. That's it. Just the word test. People started panicking immediately. Someone whispered, "We didn't study." Another kid started aggressively flipping through their notebook like answers might appear out of fear. Then the man turns around and says, "Relax. It's open notes." Everyone exhaled at the same time. But then he added, "And it's not about math. Now we're confused." He reaches into his backpack, pulls out a stack of papers, and goes, "It's about video games." The room lost its mind. The test was titled, Video Game Physics versus Real Life. Questions like, could Mario actually survive that fall? How fast would Sonic need to be to break the sound barrier? Why would carrying 37 weapons slow you down in real life? Extra credit if you explained your reasoning. My friend Jason, who had never raised his hand once all year, looked like he'd just been called to fulfill a prophecy. That was week 1. Week 2 is when things went completely off the rails. We walk in and the desks are pushed to the sides of the room. There's tape on the floor. Like, lanes, zones, arrows. The substitute stands at the front and says, "Today we're learning about problem solving under pressure." Then he pulls out a timer and a box of ping pong balls. He splits us into teams and says, "Your job is to move supplies from point A to point B. You can't talk, you can't run. And obstacles will be added." Before we can ask questions, he flips the timer. Chaos. Halfway through, he starts changing the rules. New condition, budget cut. Equipment failure. People were panicking, improvising, using rulers as bridges. Someone sacrificed their entire stack of notebooks for the team. Then the bell rings. He stops everything and goes, "Congratulations. You just simulated real-world project management." At this point, we're fully convinced this man is either a genius or unsupervised. Final week. The principal walks in for an observation. We're sitting quietly, pretending we're a normal class. The sub starts the lesson like usual, explaining concepts, writing notes. 10 minutes in, he looks at us and says, "Okay, you've got 5 minutes to solve this." Hands go up. Questions everywhere. Before anyone can complain, he turns to the principal and says, "I'm testing adaptability." She nods, writes something on her clipboard, and leaves. The man looks back at us, smiles for the first time and says, "See? Trust the process." That's when I realized this wasn't a substitute teacher. This was a side quest NPC who accidentally became the best teacher we ever had.